Never let anybody see you sweat.
So I was born in New York City, and I lived there until I was 8 years old. I realized that I was a much better talker than I was a listener. I don't know what to say, I just don't like what you're saying.
Sorry, Your Honor.
I ended up going to law school at Georgetown, and I was a prosecutor for Janet Reno. I loved it because it was so raw. Were you cheating on her?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All rise.
Our show will be a mixture of education, I think you're misreading the law a little bit, and entertainment. My main goal is justice and the law. That's been my legacy, and the legacy I hope to continue into the future with the show.
Floyd McCallum claims a stranger trespassed into his home and broke his big screen TV. Harrison LeBeau says Miss Rhodes hired him to dog sit, and he simply entered an unlocked door at the wrong address.
Mr. McCallum, you are suing Mr. LeBeau and Ms. Rhodes for $2,997 for trespassing. Tell me what happened.
Yes, Your Honor. This gentleman trespassed into my home, and upon exiting, he then ran into my television, brand new 75-inch 8K television, fell to the floor and broke. It's completely not usable anymore. I was watching my television. There was a football game in my den, and then I heard some noise with the front door. It sounded like someone was trying to enter with a key that maybe wasn't working, something like that. So that concerned me. I turned the TV down, I muted it so that I could go and look to see what was happening. And then...
was there anybody out there?
By the time I got there, no one was there, so I turned around to go back through my living room down to my den, and I have a baseball bat that I keep just for personal protection in case I need it, cases like this. And when I walked into my den, this is who I saw standing there. I'd never seen this gentleman before. So
he's inside your house?
He was inside the den, yes, Your Honor.
Doing what?
Well, I'm not sure, actually, because I was forcing him to go back through the door. I wanted to get him out of the house, so I'm not sure why.
Okay, you mentioned a bat. Why did you mention the bat?
Because I had it in my hand.
Okay. So you go into your den and you see a completely strange man who you've never met before.
Correct.
And you say what and he says what?
I think I was yelling, what are you doing here? I probably used some choice language. And he was stumbling around and kind of walking backwards.
What was he saying to you, though? He must have been saying something.
I'm recalling that he said, no, this is a mistake. I'm sorry, this is a mistake. And I'm like, what do I know? There's a strange man in my house that shouldn't be there. And so I just kept walking forward, aggressively to get him to leave the house, which he did. And on the way, then he ran into the television, which broke. How
did the television break?
He stumbles backward. There's a rug there on the floor, and so I think it just got caught in his leg as he was shuffling backwards. And that's how he then ran into the TV with his shoulder.
And the TV was what, on a...
It was on a console.
On a console, on a stand, though.
It's not correct.
Okay. And it ends up falling down?
Correct.
Mr. LeBeau, let's hear from you.
Your Honor, I was hired by Erin to take care of her dog. I'm a professional dog sitter, and I accidentally showed up at the wrong location due to a GPS error. And I pulled up, it said, "You've arrived at your location." I went up to the door, I jiggled the key, and she had told me that...
Did you look for a number on the house?
Well, so there wasn't a number on the house specifically, so I kind of just assumed that...
Is there a number on your house?
They're on the curb, Your Honor.
On the curb, all right. Go on.
So yeah, as I said, the GPS told me I'd arrived. I didn't see a number.
Didn't you look around to see that the house had a number and say, yep, that's her house, that's the number?
Well, I couldn't find the number, and she had told me that the door was hard to open and that there was going to be an issue with that.
So you go to the front door.
Yes.
And do what? You're trying to get in and the key is not working.
It wasn't working, it wasn't turning. She said you have to turn it counterclockwise, and so I tried that. And I thought maybe, okay, this doesn't seem out of the ordinary. And I thought about texting her, but it was my first time working for her, so and she was at a wedding. Yeah. And so I went through the side gate and I called out for Bailey once. And
Who's Bailey? The dog?
The dog, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Didn't come, so I walked in further into the backyard.
Well, did you expect Bailey to be in the backyard?
Well, I didn't, but I wasn't sure if maybe she had left Bailey in the backyard or for me, or I wasn't sure exactly if, miscommunication happened.
What kind of a dog is Bailey?
An Irish setter.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, so I walk into the backyard and I see that the sliding door is open. A little bit, and I thought, okay, maybe she left it open for me, and
It left it open for you?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go in, and
Yes.
then what happens? You walk all the way to the den?
Well, okay, so like the back door enters into the den.
Okay.
And I walked in and I called for Bailey, and out stepped who I later found out was Floyd with a baseball bat.
Okay.
And yeah, and I was terrified. Pretty much immediately, he stepped towards me, and I felt an intent to possibly attack me, and I backed out. Immediately knowing, okay, I am in the wrong place. Finally, this is a complete, honest misunderstanding. Like, I am in the wrong place.
When did you knock over the TV?
Pretty much immediately.
Right.
I stumbled
So you're backing
back.
up because you see a guy coming at you with a bat, and you hit the
Terrified.
TV?
Yeah, and I just knocked it down off of the stand.
So why do you think that tell me your defense? I'm trying to understand.
Well, my defense is that the GPS took me to this location, and
He was aggressive, extremely aggressive.
Absolutely.
He's in his own house.
Coming up on Justice for the People.
So have you had a chance to communicate with him?
No, he refuses.
And were you two actually friends or just neighborly?
No, well, I would consider us friends,
Your
you
Honor,
know.
I
Hi, bye? Or were you objecting to her considering you a friend?
And later,
I said I handed them to you, and he said you didn't follow the protocol, and they went missing. And I said, well, if the protocol is you need a signature to put them in the safe, don't take the tickets.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian. We're back with the case of Floyd McCallum, who blames Harrison LeBeau and Aaron Rhodes for his busted big screen TV.
How did you end up finding out what happened?
Oh, as soon as he didn't call me like he said because I was at the wedding. Then he calls me and afterward, and of course then I tried to approach Floyd, who has just been standoffish, won't return my calls.
So have you had a chance to communicate with him?
No, he refuses.
And were you two actually friends or just neighborly?
No, well, I would consider us friends, you know. We
Honor, I
talked a
object.
lot.
Hi, bye? Or were you objecting to
I
her
object.
considering you a friend?
Yes, Your Honor, I object.
Okay, hold on. I got to hear
Oh,
it.
well,
What is the basis of your
Okay.
objection to her considering you a friend? Go ahead.
Maybe it's the definition of friend, but we're cordial neighbors who live next door to each other, but she's never invited me into her home. I've also never
Have you ever
invited her.
socialized with him?
No.
At neighborhood functions, yes, I have, Floyd. Yes,
Okay.
I have.
All right.
I certainly have. I really have. How dare you?
Why are you suing her?
Because he is in her employ.
Yeah, but what
She's
did
her
she do
employer.
wrong? Nobody did anything wrong. It was a mistake. The one person who isn't going to pay for the TV, which, by the way, was brand new, is you. I get it. Because your actions were completely normal. But what I don't understand is, she mentioned, well, I wanted to handle this like neighbors. Wouldn't it have been better to just accept her calls and say, hey, what happened? Oh, I guess it's one of those things, but somebody's going to be paying for this television. Wouldn't that have been a more normal way to handle it rather than running to court? Isn't it easier to handle it that way? To say to your neighbor, here's the bill, it's $2,997. You and young Harrison can figure it out any way you like, but I need a new TV. Wouldn't that have been a better way to do it than running to court?
Now that you put it that way, Your Honor,
I
agree
love
with
how
you.
this happens.
Yeah.
Whenever I put it the way it actually is, yeah, sounds awful when you say it, Judge. Yeah, you walk into a stranger's house and you go in through a sliding door, doesn't it? Oh, yeah, it sounds awful when you say it, Judge. You don't talk to your neighbor. You don't sit down and even 12. How long have you lived next to each other?
Oh, it's going on 12 years.
I mean,
now.
honestly,
Yeah.
like you're gonna continue to live there, right?
Oh, I'm
you
living
want
there.
that kind of animosity?
No.
Talk to each
No.
other, for
Apparently
goodness'
we're
sake.
only acquaintances. We're not friends, and I will
Okay.
keep that in mind, Floyd.
Yeah.
If he would have spoke to me, if he would have accepted my calls, if I acquaintance.
Well, let me ask you this: when you got the lawsuit, what did either one of you do? Neither one of you turned around and offered him the money.
No, I called him. I'm like, what is No
And what did he
answer.
say? Did you talk to
Nothing.
him or no?
He would not answer my calls.
Okay.
I would have gladly myself paid because I think.
Why are you going to pay? You were at a wedding.
Well, I know. But
Mr. LeBeau is the person I'm going to hold liable because it was his shoulder.
He's such a wonderful person.
I'm sure he's
an acquaintance.
lovely.
His
This is
mother
not
and I
a
are
criminal
friends.
case.
No, he's
I
just
was
starting
supposed to make $100 and now I'm paying $3,000.
I know, but that's
He's
what
just a-
happens. It's
a
called
young
an
man.
accident. It's called an accident.
Yeah.
And nobody's saying you're a bad guy. You might have been maybe you should be a little more careful before you go into people's
His
houses.
mother-
Stop.
Mm.
Maybe you should be a little bit more careful when you go into people's houses. Because it's people's houses. You know, like it's
agree.
pretty, it's, there's a sanctity there.
Yeah.
And you don't know, I mean, he had a bat. What if he had a gun and shot you on sight? In my state, they give you an award.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
What if he put house numbers on his house?
well, do you have house numbers on yours, honey?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. What if you approach a house you've never been to before and there is no house number? You maybe don't look for an open sliding door because it occurs to you, I better make sure I'm in the right house. You take a picture of the house, you send it to the lady who's at the wedding because she's still got her phone in her hand and she'll either answer or she won't. Maybe that's a better idea. Look, no, both of you stop. Stop.
Can I show you?
No.
Okay.
Can you show me what?
Just the picture of the GPS.
I 100% believe you.
Okay.
You think I don't believe you? I believe you. It was an honest mistake.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. When you have a car crash, did you intend to have the car crash? No, something just went wrong. Well, something went wrong, and the wrong thing happened on you. It's your side. And I'm not going to hold this against Miss Rhodes. You want to pay for it? You pay for it. I have no problem with that. That's very nice. But I can't, you know, the lawsuit you filed against Miss Rhodes is dismissed. She didn't do anything. She gave him the correct address, and then it's just one of those things. But when you're stepping backward, make sure you don't knock over a $3,000 TV set. Verdict for the plaintiff against Mr. LeBeau in the amount of the $2,997.
Thank you.
All rise.
Judge Milian has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. Mr. LeBeau owes $2,997. The claim against Miss Rhodes is dismissed.
Justice is served.
As
It
I
was
said
an
before, I'm sorry.
Apologies accepted, and I'm looking for the check.
I
Okay.
will send you the check.
Coming up,
How do you get to the $991.50 that you're suing for?
The original tickets, the replacement tickets, and then the hotel fee.
Oh, so you wanted to pay for your whole weekend now?
you're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian. Cynthia Void claims she trusted the defendant to secure her pricey basketball tickets in the hotel safe, but he lost them instead. Mark Sims says the plaintiff didn't follow hotel rules, so the loss is on her.
All right. Ms. Void, you are suing Mr. Sims for $991.50 for negligently losing basketball tickets that you entrusted to him. Tell me what happened.
So I was staying for the weekend in Philadelphia at his boutique hotel and asked him to keep track of these basketball tickets for me and put them in a safety deposit box, and he did not.
Okay, first of all, you were in Philadelphia, and you're from where?
I'm from Bethesda.
Okay. Were you meeting anybody there?
Yes, I was meeting my little brother, Warren, and I had surprised him for the weekend. He thought we were just sightseeing, but I wanted to surprise him with tickets to this basketball game.
Okay.
There's no safe in the room. I asked them to put it at the safe at the front desk. They did not.
Did you sign anything?
No, I did not. But I handed them the tickets.
Right. Let me hear from you, Mr. Sims.
First, Your Honor, we did not put the tickets in the safe.
Why not?
Because she didn't follow through with the protocol. We have a protocol where you have to sign things in and out. She did come and she did give me the tickets, but because she left right away, I have the text here even proving that she didn't come back, and I didn't, you know, I texted her, "Good afternoon, Miss Wood. We leave the hotel and sign in the safety deposit box,"
Yeah, let me see
because
the
that's the
text.
protocol.
I understand it's not protocol, but at some point, so it was you who she handed the tickets to?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Good afternoon, Ms. Void. You left the hotel without signing the safe deposit slip. When you get a chance, please return to the hotel so we can properly put your item into our safe. But then what do you decide to do with it instead of putting it in? I mean, protocol, you're the owner. You could do whatever you want.
Coming up,
It was actually, I have it right here.
Give me the total.
Yeah, $336.50. So having to buy new tickets because of a hotel's negligence was really just not on my agenda.
you're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian. We're back with a dispute between Cynthia Void and Mark Sims over missing basketball tickets.
So you don't put them in the safe, and where do you put them instead?
So I put them in an envelope and I put them in the drawer in the front so that at any time she could come back. You know, I was hoping maybe she would respond or come back and get the tickets, and then, but it's locked.
Well, then where'd the tickets go? Because they got lost, right?
I have no idea where they went.
So when do you come back for the tickets?
So Saturday morning, I woke up before my brother and went down to grab them, and they said, there are no tickets here.
And did you tell him, but I handed them to you?
I said, I handed them to you, and he said, you didn't follow the protocol, and they went missing in the night. And I said, well, you shouldn't have taken them. If the protocol is you need a signature to put them in the safe, don't take the tickets. You took my stuff and put it wherever, and it went missing, and I had to buy a new set of tickets.
What did the old set of tickets cost you?
The old set of tickets cost $125 each.
So $250?
Yeah, and the second pair of tickets that I had to buy again, it was $300 total.
$300 total?
With before tax. It was actually, I have it right here.
Give me the total.
Yeah, $336.50. And I had a really strict budget for the weekend, so having to buy new tickets because of a hotel's negligence was really just not on my agenda.
So you are suing, how do you get to the $991.50 that you're suing for?
So the original price of the tickets, the replacement tickets, and then the hotel fee.
Oh, so you wanted to pay for your whole weekend now?
Yeah, because I think
Why?
I just think it's negligent if you're a business owner.
No, it might be negligent, but the idea behind court is to put you in the position that you were in before the bad thing happened, not to say ching ching, let the cash register ring and make you a bonus vacation weekend. That's not the idea behind court.
Judge Milian's verdict when justice for the people returns. You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian.
You end up having to spend another $336.50 to get where you were before. Why isn't that the correct measure of damages?
Well, if I had stayed at a regular hotel, not a boutique hotel that doesn't have any security measures, I would have never, had to incur.
I don't know why you let go of that thing from your site anyway. I don't know why you didn't put them in an envelope, put them in your purse, and keep them with you. I'm petrified of putting my passport or anything else in a hotel safe anyhow. I just want it on my person. It's like, I just want to walk like that through the streets of Philly. I find in your favor in the amount of the $336.50. I have a question for you. Did you ever look around to see if anybody was sitting in your seats, the original seats?
I actually didn't even think to do that. I did look out for him and his wife to make sure they weren't there.
Did you see them?
It may have been some employee. It was a really packed game.
Yeah.
And we were just caught up in the excitement.
$336.50, verdict for the plaintiff.
All rise.
Judge Milian has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant owes $336.50.
I would go out of business if I just gave everyone both the hotel and the tickets without following the protocol.
Maybe you should go out of business if you can't keep people's things safe.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.